Okay. I've been invited to give a series of lectures on Alzheimer's disease, MS, and Guillain-Barre syndrome, all of which those three diseases are kind of related, as you'll see in a moment. So I did a lot of research and dug up a lot of stuff on them, and so I'm going to lay some of that on you so I get practicing here with all this new stuff. But it deals with Alzheimer's disease, which is a deficiency that affects the cerebral cortex, the gray matter in the brain, and also the hypothalamus, the areas that deal with your memory. Okay? Sit down, and because you're going to fall down, if you haven't heard this before. The 25% of our brain weight, 25% of our brain weight and spinal cord weight is cholesterol. Cholesterol is your brain's and your spinal cord's best friend. Doctors got it all wrong when they said that cholesterol causes plaque in your arteries. That's not true. And they came out with statin drugs to lower your cholesterol, and then we have all these problems that are caused by cholesterol deficiencies, okay, that were created by doctors, created by the pharmaceutical industry. And then, let's see here, we spend each year just to treat the symptoms of Alzheimer's disease, $305 billion. They're expecting it to go to $1 trillion by next year. And really, all you have to do is take the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, take the MSM, take 3 eggs twice a day with soft yolks, get that cholesterol, take vitamin D3, take 3 of those twice a day, make sure you have plenty of circulation, all the daily classic tablets, and Alzheimer's disease won't happen, or if you have it, it can go away, okay? And then let's look at MS, multiple sclerosis. Let's see here. We have 5 million people that have Alzheimer's disease in America. Multiple sclerosis, we have 400,000 people that have MS. We spend $85 billion a year to treat the symptoms of MS, but not to prevent it or cure it. And let's see here. Oh, remember that 25% of the brain weight is cholesterol. Well, MS, much like Alzheimer's disease, is a demyelinating thing, okay? Myelin, the white matter of the brain, is 25% cholesterol, okay? So it's the insulation material in the brain. So there's a major demyelination problem when you have MS, okay? And it specifically hovers around the optic nerve, okay? The spinal cord, let's see here, the brain stem, cerebral, okay, cerebellum, cerebellum, that big puffy thing at the end of your brain that has to do with balance and all that kind of stuff and motor stuff. And then, let's see here, we have what do they call it, a sea of macrophages in the brain when you have MS. Macrophages are sort of like hyena cells. They go and eat all the dead stuff and so forth. They're kind of cousins to white blood cells. And when you have this sea of macrophages, it's because all the tissues in the brain that are dealing with the loss of cholesterol are breaking down and falling apart. And so you have this sea of macrophages coming in to eat all that dead stuff, okay? And it's one of those things where we really, really have to work hard. Eat 3 eggs when you're an adult. Eat 3 eggs twice a day. When you're a kid, eat at least 1 egg twice a day with soft yolk, soft boiled, soft yolk, soft poached, soft yolk, soft scrambled butter. No margarines, no oils, no fried foods of any kind, no air frying, deep frying, pan frying, none of that kind of stuff. No gluten, so you can absorb stuff. Take the 90. And if you have Alzheimer's disease, if you have MS, they'll go away. Same way with, let's see here, we were talking about Guillain-Barre syndrome. Guillain-Barre syndrome, all the symptoms occur from the neck down. The same things happening in the spinal cord that's happening when you have MS and Alzheimer's disease, but it's primarily found in kids under the age of 25. It was discovered by 2 French doctors in 1916 by the name of Guillain and Barre, so that's why it's the Guillain-Barre syndrome. And there's 3,000 in the United States with Guillain-Barre syndrome, and it's about 1 out of 100,000 people in the USA have Guillain-Barre syndrome. And we spend $1.8 billion a year treating the symptoms, but not preventing or curing it. Okay, this is something that we really, really have to work at. Eat those eggs, get your 90 cents of nutrients. Eat animal fat, but you have to eat them medium or medium rare, not fried, not well done, not burnt, because you want that healthy fat. And all this happened because doctors said, when we went to electricity instead of wood, we didn't have the wood ashes anymore, and coal ashes were a source of minerals in our gardens and our food. And people, started getting pica because they didn't have the minerals, and they're eating and eating and eating, and they're getting fat. And doctors said, look, stop eating animal fats and go to eating more whole grains. And they started eating whole grains, and that's when we started getting Alzheimer's disease, MS, and Guillain-Barre syndrome, because you're eating all those grains, with the gluten in them, and no nutrients, because everybody was told not to supplement. Just eat well, you get everything you need. And so doctors have created this mess, with misinformation. So you're getting the truth here. And I urge you to get a hold of the book and the CD. It's all in your head. Get a hold of the book and the CD. It's all in your head. Get a hold of the book Epigenetics. Get a hold of the book Hell's Kitchen. It goes into the history of going from wood and coal as fuel to electricity and all the negative things that have happened since then. Don't forget Dead Doctors Don't Lie. That's for a true title. The CD of Dead Doctors Don't Lie is in 9 languages. I urge you to get involved because you can save your family, you can save yourself, you can save your community.